I'm in Rome. I can't believe it. Colosseum. Oh, it's just gorgeous. And free. You know what? You know me, I love a bargain. Way to give a tourist a heart attack. Yes, that is the Trevi Fountain. I'm heading back to the hotel. Morning. I'm still in Rome, still here. I had a really lovely sleep on this bed. I'm sorry I didn't do a sign-off from yesterday at all. I was just absolutely exhausted. I woke up at 3:30 in the morning, flew to Rome, then spent all day, what was it? I think I counted it, 20,400 steps. All done yesterday. Lots of travel, it just takes it out of you completely. I didn't even go out for dinner last night. I was so tired. To be fair, I was full of ice cream, so there's that. I went to one of the local shops. It's called Pam, one of the local shops. I'm assuming it's like a convenience store here in Rome, just to get a bit of some snackage. And came to the hotel, sent a couple of messages home, bits and pieces, had them, and that was it. I was gone. I just fell asleep. My plan today is to head out into the city again and see some of the sites that I didn't get to see. I'm hoping to be able to see the Vatican today. Not actually go in because you have to book well in advance, but I just want to be able to go and sort of go, there it is, that's the Vatican. Just to say I've seen it, much like every other attraction that I've been near today, this weekend. Right, but first order of business is breakfast. And so I'm going to go downstairs and see what this Hotel Maximus, has to offer. Breakfast is a little bit of hot and cold. So I've got some bacon, some eggs, and then continental stuff, so mixed meat, cheese. I've got some croissants and some bread that you can toast. It's only filled this coffee up halfway in their machine. It's cappuccino. That was very welcome though. It's lovely. And I've got some apple juice, a yogurt, and there's fresh fruit, cereal. Yeah. Is it the biggest buffet in the world? No. Is it good? Yes. Cool. So the Hotel Maximus has an outside small garden space. It's just off the reception and easy to find. Nice little addition to the hotel. Well, that was a pleasant breakfast. It was really nice. Simple, straightforward. Nothing to write home about, but nothing to complain about either. So, yeah, adequate, that's for sure. The eggs were slightly salty, but other than that, it was good. That croissant was delicious though. So, up in the slightly rickety lift. Okay, so I'm all packed up and ready to head out into Rome. I decided to take one of the hop-on, hop-off bus tours. It's cost me more money because I bought it on the day instead of buying it in advance, but it's only a couple of euros difference, so it's not the end of the world. A bit annoying, but it's not the end of the world. I walked my legs off yesterday, so I'm quite happy to just sit back and just watch the world go by. I'm at that age now. Anyway, I just wanted to say goodbye to my gorgeous, lovely hotel room. I can definitely recommend this hotel. It's so close to the train station. With every section of Rome, there's terrible pavements and cobbled streets and all that kind of stuff. So dragging a bag behind you is going to be tricky no matter where you go. But this hotel is only probably about a 5-minute walk, 7 minutes maybe once you get out of the terminal building. And the staff have been really, really friendly. It's very clean. It looks old, and parts of it are old looking, like, you know, these aren't the most stylish, and the door clearly looks old, but inside they've spent a lot of money making it clean and crisp. The floors look new, the bathrooms look new, yeah, and like I said, it's very clean. And this room cost me, because I booked it direct, that's a little tip, found it on Google Maps and double checked it with Booking and Expedia and those kind of places, and they were at least 20 to 30 euros more per night than booking direct. I just loved it. It was exactly what I needed, just clean, comfortable, friendly. Yeah, what more can you ask for, really? Right, so I'm going to go out now and I'm going to head off and find my bus. This is a map of the total route that my bus tour will be doing. Now, I actually got on the second stop on this route instead of the first one because my hotel was actually closer to stop number 2. And as this is a hop on, hop off, you can get on or off the bus at any point. So I decided to head to point number 2, and then I did a whole lap of the entire tour so I could listen to the audio guide, and then it would stand me in good stead to try and get some decent footage of what I could see. The route that the bus took wasn't exactly the same as on this map. There were road closures, but in spite of this, the main sites were still available to see. So here is the footage of the ancient parts of Rome that I was able to get from the bus tour. The first major attraction on the route that I was taking was the Colosseum. This is exactly the same section of road that I walked down, and I took my first images on that bridge yesterday. This is the view from the top deck, but also my camera is on a longer pole. As you can see, it's above the window height. So if you want good footage, that's what I'd recommend you do. But you always must be aware of bridges, tree branches and overhead cables, so please be careful. Now, if for whatever reason you are unable to get upstairs, you can still see the Colosseum quite well out of the downstairs window. So I'm going to repeat this shot in particular from my upstairs footage and my downstairs footage, just to show you a side by side. But now I'll continue on with the upstairs footage as it just is better. So that was a full look from stop number 2 all the way round to stop number 1. And I continued on my travels on the bus and did a lap and a half essentially in total, and ended up at stop number 6, which is the stop for the Castel Sant'Angelo and Vatican City. So we'll pick it up just after I got off the bus. Well, I'm now off the bus and I'm in an incredibly hot next to the Tiber, and behind me is the Castel Sant'Angelo, and the gateway for me is across this bridge to go to Vatican City. I'm only going to go take a look, I'm not going in, but just have to wait for these traffic lights to switch now. I'll see you over there.
Agua que te...
¿Ah?
No hay que hacer nada. Decía ahí.
Ahí sí, bien.
No hay que que quería que saliera la cúpula del fondo.
It's a beautiful palace. Apparently, according to the video tour, bus tour. According to the bus tour, it's actually a mausoleum. This castle, it's a bit much, isn't it? But it's apparently a mausoleum. And during a time of plague, somebody did some prayers for the city, and allegedly Saint Michael was on the top, got his sword out, and the plague was gone. Believe what you will. Next up, Vatican City. It's just there. It's over there. As I've said before, there's no need to pay for water in Rome. There's plenty. Just come across the Castel Sant'Angelo bridge, and I have the Vatican City just behind me there. And there's this water station. It's completely free. You just rock up with your bottle and fill it up. It's cold as well. So yeah, like I say, no need to pay, no need to buy water bottles. Bring water bottles and fill them at the free water fountains that are all over Rome. Right, Vatican. Ooh, that wind is very welcome. It is very hot. I realised as I was walking towards the Vatican that I hadn't actually been into any of Rome's churches. Now, they're quite famous for being absolutely beautiful, and I picked a random one on the side of the road on my way to the Vatican, and it did not disappoint. I had no clue what this church was before I decided to have a quick look inside, and just look at this, it's absolutely stunning. It's not on any tourist map or any tourist trail, but it was really, really beautiful. If you're going to visit a church in Rome, your shoulders and knees must be covered. I've just walked into the smallest country on Earth. Yes, Vatican City is the smallest country on Earth, and it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's nice and all that, but you know, got a lot of these in Rome. I think only in Rome could a place like this seem like, yeah, whatevs. It's bizarre. It's gorgeous, don't get me wrong, but it's oh yeah, I've seen this. That splashing though is actually really nice. I'm going to stand here for a minute. Oh, get splashed by the fountain. As you can see that, there's a rainbow cloud up there. That's rather nice. This might be the queue for tickets for today. Yeah, I'm not standing around in this heat. No, thank you.
No, venimos a... Mi hermana se casa aquí en Italia y venimos por 20 y tantos días, nos perdemos el mundial allá.
Oh, if only it was 12 o'clock, it'd bong a lot more, but it's 1 o'clock. There's loads of people here, but it's actually quite nice. There's loads of room for everyone. Loads of spots you can take your pictures, so no one's fighting. Yeah. It's actually very nice, very calm. I think I'm going to go over this way, because I think... Oh no. Oh! Yeah, there we go. Have a look at this, see if you recognise it. So you know you're Dan Brown? You might. Northeast Wind. I can't remember the movie well enough to know which wind they were looking at. I think it was, if my memory's correct, from the movie. I haven't seen Angels and Demons before coming here. Maybe I should have. I think it was over there that Ewan McGregor had his issues. Oh, yet again. Free water. Right there. Free water fountains. Anyone selling water in Rome has got, is only feeding tourists that don't know this. The one thing they've got going for them is that it's ice cold usually. They've had it in the freezer overnight and then they bring it out and it's cold and starts defrosting. Yeah, you can't actually see the Sistine Chapel very well from inside, the roof at least. You can't see it very well from inside the St. Peter's Square. It's actually better to get a view of that from outside the square. We've got another lovely fountain. And a monument. Let's go find out what this is. Seems like everybody touching the little doggy's nose. Now, I showed you a little fountain that's just inside the square, but always turn around in this city because if you're looking at something gorgeous, chances are there's something gorgeous behind you as well, and that applies here apparently as well. I'm literally just sat underneath all the columns on the sides that go around the edges, and I'm thinking, yeah, I need to refill my water bottle that I've just guzzled basically. And what do? I've just turned around, so there's the main square. If you turn around, there's a water fountain just over there with no queue next to it. See, I told you there's water everywhere. Now, if I drink it from St. Peter's Square, does that make it holy water? I'm going to say it does. So then when I fill up my water bottle and drink it from here, it means I've drunk water from 2 different countries in the same day. That's fun. I like that. This one is opposite this one. See? I always turn around. There's one there. There's one here. I told you, just turn around. It's cold as well. Yeah, it's in the shade here. Oh, that is cold. Love this place. Love it. Cheers. Am I now blessed? I don't know. Oh look. Turn around again. There's 2 more. Look. It's everywhere. As time was ticking on, it was time to say goodbye to St. Peter's Square. I had a lovely time there, and it was time to head along the River Tiber to my next destination. The walk along the river was actually really nice, and it was easy to find a souvenir or two from the many sellers that line the river, the whole walk from the Vatican all the way along the river. And then something intriguing caught my eye. I don't know if it was the heat or what, but this really tickled me. Okay, I'm low-key in love with this. I don't know why. There's just something about it. And that's a petrol station. It's just that's the river, footpath, petrol pump, lay-by, road. It's just it's just really, really small. You just pull in, get your petrol and go. Like a lay-by. I love it. I don't know, I just low-key love it. I don't know why. Something about just pulling in, get fuel, go. And barely disrupt your day. I know most petrol stations like in the UK are not exactly like really busy or you can do much, but still. I don't know why that's tickled me, it just has. I like it. Sit rep. I've made it to a new place. I have got some food. It's not the traditional Italian experience of getting pasta, but I have got a pasta to go. I've got carbonara made by a Roman. I'm taking it. I can't be bothered to be sitting in restaurants and ordering food, doing all that jazz. I've got stuff to do. So maybe next time I come to Rome I've got more time, then yeah, sure. But I'm trying to fit in as much as I possibly can in a very short amount of time. But anyway, where am I? So I've come to a new venue and lunch is sponsored by the Piazza Del Popolo. Very, very pretty square. Yeah, it's very nice. A little underwhelming, but I imagine if they do a market here or something, then that would be really, really cool. But I think if my memory serves from the bus tour audio, that obelisk right there is actually Egyptian and it's about 3,000 years old. So that's really, really cool indeed. And right at the back there, up there is apparently one of the best views in Rome. So if I've got the energy, I'll go up there in a bit. But for right now, it is food time. I'm hungry. It is 20 to 3 and I haven't eaten since breakfast. So I'm going to sit on my bench, which is sadly lacking in Rome. Not many benches. Not many at all. I've got a lovely view and I'm just going to eat my pasta, fill up. I'm ready for this now. I haven't felt hungry. Very active, felt thirsty, but not hungry. There is something that Rome seems to be doing very, very well, and that's bins. It's quite a clean place. There's bits of litter here, there and everywhere, but only a little bit. It's very, very clean and tidy, and the reason for that is there's bins everywhere. Literally everywhere. It's like Disney in here. You can only walk 20 steps without being next to a bin. I'm sat in the Piazza Del Popolo and there's 12 in my vision without moving, without barely turning my head. There's 12 bins. Well done, Rome. That's something you're doing really, really well. This may look like a water trough, but it's a mezzoni. There's so many different types, and I love all of them. I'm about halfway, possibly a bit more, most of the way up the path to the viewpoint near the Piazza Del Popolo, and there's a public toilet just there, just here. It's card only and it charges. Unfortunately, they didn't actually say how much it was. Could have been 20 quid, I don't know, but needs must. The view's already spectacular, so I can't wait to get up the top. So this is the view from the top. This is what you find. You won't always have a guitarist, but you know. Let's go and take a look at the view, shall we? If we can get near it. Love it. Worth the climb. It's worth the climb. Plus, well, the other benefits of climbing up here is that I'll already be at the top for the Spanish Steps. Right, I'm on my way to the Spanish Steps, and all along this road, get these lovely stolen glimpses between the trees. It's lovely. This is the view from the top of the Spanish Steps. I'm really glad I'm going to be doing it in reverse.
Muss ich dann ganz außen sein? Ja, muss aber wenn
That's the halfway view. Gorgeous. As you can imagine, these steps have been trodden on thousands upon thousands of times, and so they are quite uneven, so just go careful. Now, I've heard on the internet that you're not allowed to sit on the steps, otherwise you'll be fined. Well, take a look. Seems like this lot don't care. Who knows? No one's told these guys. I very much recommend doing this in reverse, going down the steps instead of up. It's a much nicer experience, especially in this heat.
What's the next? The writers of France. Chose this place for reading.
Love this place. If you want to come somewhere where everything is gorgeous, Rome is it. It's just beautiful. This whole place is just unbelievably stunning. I love it when a plan comes together. Oh, that was a trudge. It's the heat. You can see I'm lobster red. But there's a seat on the front of the bus, so I'm going to be able to get some good footage out the front window. But also, there's a lovely fan right there, blasting cold air at me. So that's super. So right now I'm on my way back to the train station, and I'm so hot and tired, and I'm done. So I'm going to say goodbye to Rome and get the train back to the airport, and I'm heading home. I'm a little early, but not so early, and I don't know what the traffic is going to be like. It might take a while to get there, but I don't have to walk it, which is the best bit. This bus is going to take me all the way to the train station, which is perfect. That's what I need. Oh goodness, that is so nice. If you made it this far, thank you so much indeed for watching. If you like these videos, then please do support me by pressing that subscribe button and pressing the like button, and also commenting. It really does help the algorithm tell people that I'm worth watching. So yeah, if you could do that for me, that would be great. Have you been to Rome? Do you want to come to Rome? Do you want to just chat about anything that you've seen in the video? What was my favourite bit? Let me know in the comments down below. That will really help me out a lot. Yeah, appreciate you. We're going. Okay, so here's some information about Italian railways and their ticketing systems. When you go to one of the red ticket machines, you can buy a train ticket. That's all well and good. It's not difficult to do. Just follow the on-screen instructions, change the language into the right language for you, and buy a ticket. However, when I bought the ticket for the Leonardo Express, it looks as though on the machine that you are buying a ticket for a specific train at a specific time. That's not the case. You are buying a ticket that will be valid for that type of train within the next 90 minutes. You also need to do a step called validation. Now, there are supposed to be small machines that you can put your ticket into in order to make it valid for that train. I've looked through this footage again. I know what they look like. They're sort of a white and green shell shape. They're not very big, but they're all sort of white and green shell, and I cannot find one in this footage at all. You have to scan the QR code on the ticket in order to get through these barriers to gain access to the train, but that's not enough of a validation, and unless you do the validation step, your ticket is not valid. Even though you've done everything as a tourist, you bought a ticket, you think it's for that train, you've gone through the barriers, that doesn't mean anything. You also have to validate your ticket in order to make it actually valid for the train you're stepping onto. I've seen other people talk about these little validation machines being on the platform. This is the platform for the train I was getting on, and I cannot see one. Apart from maybe in the distance over there, perhaps. But there is no one telling you where these validation machines are. There's no information on the ticket machines themselves to show where these validation machines are. So it's really easy to get caught out as a tourist as you think you've done the right thing buying a ticket. Alright, got the last seat on the train. Terminal 3. That's me. I need Terminal 3. And I found the air conditioning. Okay. Departures. Downstairs. Okay. Downstairs is where I'll go.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Right, I'm in the airport. Getting very tired now again. It's quite warm in here, actually. I'm in gate area E, which is where I need to be for my flight home. It's very quiet. That's nice. After Gatwick being so busy. It's actually really quiet in here. Not a huge amount. Brilliant in the way of like snacks and stuff. I mean, food. It's Italy, isn't it? So, you know, we're surrounded by food. And I've got myself a couple of bits. So I've got this. I'm going to put this in a bag and eat it on the plane, I think. It's one of these giant sandwiches that they make. I think it's got some ham and cheese, essentially. But, you know, fancy ham, fancy cheese and some mustard. So the lady's toasted that for me. Right, this is my snack for right now. It is what you think it is. It's a bun with cream in it. It's like particularly whipped cream. I think the Romans have it for breakfast, stuff like that. Yeah, and I didn't want to leave without having one, so getting it at the airport's not the best, but you know, needs must. Yeah, so let's give it a try. It's basically an iced bun. It is delicious though. Absolutely love it. That cream is really light and whipped. Really sweet. But a bit savoury as well. And definitely worth having if you're coming to Rome. It'll fill a hole. I'm going to save the rest because I've got a plane, which I found out has been delayed at least half an hour. Not too bad in the grand scheme, but it means that my connection bus home is now looking incredibly unlikely. I'm going to be able to get that one, so that means another delay of at least an hour. So I'm going to save the food until I'm actually ready for it. But this I'm not saving. This is delicious. Eating that now.
Good evening, welcome. Hi there. Hi. Hello.
Funny noise. Thank you so much indeed for watching all the way to this point. It's been a long one, this one. Rome was an amazing place and I highly recommend it to anyone who would like to visit. The plane took off and I was able to catch my bus on time. The pilot was able to make up some time in the air, which was great. If you like this video and like to see more from me, then click on this video here as Google thinks that you might like it, and consider subscribing to the channel. Until next time.